Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Katie, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to make some stamps out of some recycled packaging. So here in the UK we've had some unusually warm weather for us. So I decided to get a tower fan, which has slowly become my new BFF. And as with all electrical stuff, you usually get some polystyrene protective packaging, and that's what this is. And I thought, instead of throwing it away and just it ended up in landfill, I thought, why not try and put it to use? So I'm going to show you today, if this video goes how I intend it to go, because I haven't done this before, how to make some stamps out of it. So as you can see, we've already got these like circular shapes in it, which I'm going to keep. But these bits around the edge, I'm going to try and carve some designs into, kind of like a lino print, and then use them as stamps. So let's give it a go. All I'm going to be using today for this is a cheapy, like snap-on, what are they called? Like, you just like, when you want, like when the blade gets a bit dull, you just like snap that bit off. It's just like a cheapy craft knife. Pencil, obviously, to draw the designs out. Metal ruler, in case I need it. And a cutting mat. So, let's get to it. So, as you can see, to begin with, I basically just carved off the end bits of those polystyrene pieces. So I had one long rectangular piece and the two square pieces. I quickly realised that the pencil was not going to cut it. Why I thought the pencil was going to work, I don't know, because it's not soft enough to make enough of an impression like on the polystyrene, so that I could actually see what I was doing. So I switched that out to a pen, and I also changed up the knife that I was using, because that quite literally wasn't cutting it. So I changed that up for another craft knife that I hadn't used before. That was a lot sharper, and that really did the trick. So obviously, you know, please take care when cutting anything like this. I have had many incidents before where I've ended up having a bit of an accident with a craft knife, so please take care if you are doing this technique. So basically all we're doing is cutting away the negative space from around the shapes that we've drawn on the polystyrene, so that the shapes that you've drawn stand up and are more prominent from the negative part of the polystyrene, so that when you add the paint or whatever medium you want to use with them, you get the imprint. It's basically, I don't know if any of you used to do like potato printing as a kid. It's basically that, just with polystyrene. And I must admit, the polystyrene is a lot easier to cut than the potatoes. I remember doing that as a kid, and I had like zero patience. It's much easier cutting the polystyrene, I think. So really, the world is your oyster with this technique. You can do whatever design you want to do on it. Obviously, the bigger and the bolder the shapes, the easier it's going to be for you to cut out. I actually found I was trying to do like a leaf type shape using a stencil. It was a Diane Reevely stencil, and although I did like the effect that I eventually got with the stamp, that was obviously a lot harder to cut out than like the circles. Circles were the easiest thing. So bear that in mind when you are doing this technique. If I was doing it again, I'd probably just go for like even more like simpler shapes than I actually used. I think that would make it a lot more easier and get a better effect in the end. So in order to use these stamps, I had some scrap like collage paper. I like making my own collage papers. Just like when I'm doing something else, I will tend to like wipe my brush on another piece of paper, and eventually that builds up and builds up to create collage papers that you can then use in your work, which is really interesting. For this one, I had experimented using some watercolor paper, and I think I'd added like a couple of layers of gesso to it through a stencil because I was using stencils on something else, and some Dylusions inks. And I decided to add some more ink to those pieces first, to kind of bring out the colours a bit more and like a bit more contrast. And then I used the stamps on top. For the stamps, I used acrylic paint. You can use whatever acrylic paint you have. I used Pebeo, I think it's the opaque matte acrylic. I have got a few of those tubes and I really, really enjoy using them. I want to broaden my collection of those because I really enjoy using that paint. And the fact that it dries is really helpful. Sorry, my voice is going a bit today, so I'm gone a bit croaky. Yeah, all of the actual like colours of the supplies that I used, I will leave in the description box. So if you want to check that out, feel free to check that out. So yeah, all I did was basically slap some paint on the stamps with a paintbrush, and then stamped away. What I would recommend though, if you're using polystyrene, is to perhaps go a bit thinner with the paint layers than I did to begin with, because some of the paint does get absorbed. So perhaps if you want a bit of a lighter texture and to build up that like stampy layer, you might need a bit of a thin layer of paint than what. And also, I don't think you actually need to press as hard as I did. I'm used to using the like red rubber stamps, and I usually like, because I'm a bit ham-fisted anyway in my art space, so I'm used to pressing like really, really hard with those, and I was doing the same with this. And I don't think you need to. I think if you want a bit more of a crisper image, I don't think you need to press as hard. So I will experiment with that in future videos. But yeah, that's just a little hint I would suggest if you are willing to try this technique. And yeah, I just made like these little mini. They're bigger than journaling cards. They're kind of like little mini like journal pages. I don't actually know what I'm going to do with them, but I've been on a bit of a collage kick at the moment. I've been going through a load of my old journals and ripping them up and reusing a lot of pages and stuff. So I've got a lot of collage fodder. So I've been riding that collage wave. And it's been really fun. It's really enjoyable. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video, that you have put up with my rambling. I won't be rambling too much longer. I will let you enjoy the rest of the video, ramble free. But yeah, I really hope that you give this a try. If you do, please let me know down in the comments if you've given this a try and if you have enjoyed this video. If you have enjoyed the video, please consider giving me a like and subscribing to my channel. And I hope to see you next time. Bye.